I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Friday, July the 24th. The story this week's about the same as the story's been for the last several weeks here, is the disappointing performance of the CME cattle futures. And the fat cattle are getting to where they need to be setting a summer low in here, and they've kind of been lulling right in here for quite a while now. And these speculators, which is the only people on the long side, are just looking for a direction in this thing, and now speculators have decided everything's going lower, especially on feeder cattle. The trade's so thin in there, open interest, the only time it bills is when there's more shorts coming into the market there, and live cattle down over $3 so far this week through Thursday there. Wednesday was down 65 cents, Thursday down $1.15, with the board closing on Thursday at 143.35, which is a discount to what cash is, and we're getting right in here in the August contract and the last part of July. Feeder cattle is down over $5 for the week. Wednesday was down 70, Thursday down 260. I know some guys in the industry that just knew that that board had to come up quite a bit, and have a lot of long contracts there on the feeder cattle board, and these margin calls are really tearing them a new one. Thursday's close at 209.77. Feeder cattle index latest quote was 216.81, so we've got quite a gap to close there. But these speculators, they get into a vulnerable contract and they just decide to ride it whichever way they think they're going to go. They think it's easier to ride it down, and they can just dogpile that thing and just roll it like a snowball until you can't control it. And then all of us here in the cash market are just held up for that. Cash markets, middle of the week, El Reno, biggest sale around there on Wednesday, had 5,000 head. Markets were steady to $2 lower. A lot of those Southern Plains sales this time of year, they're not getting a whole lot of really fresh cattle. You know, they're getting some cattle coming in from other areas. The cattle are just hodgepodge put together. They're lower grading cattle, lower quality kind of cattle, but they're still going into the index, and it's sucking that thing down. We haven't had any decent sales in the Northern Plains since before the 4th of July, really, to speak of, any big specials. There should be some coming up here within the next 2 or 3 weeks, but it may be too late for that August contract. Northern video there had Sunlight Ranches for a September delivery. Sold 2,800 steers, 910 pounds for middle of September at 217. That's well over the index now and way over what the board's calling for. Salina, Kansas, look at Cattle Market Central, had a load of steers, weighed 843 at 214.50. That's about 100 pounds over what the board is based off of. Fat cattle started trading on Thursday, $3 lower in the Southern Plains at 145. That's lower than what we thought we'd establish some footing. And Nebraska, 232 to 233, $3 to $4 lower. And they must be afraid of what the cattle on feed report's going to say Friday, which could be bullish and turn this thing around. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you on Monday.